Konnichiwa. In fact, to Wago, welcome. Connecting the dots on National Broadcaster DBS Radio. We're doing it for today. It is the 22nd day in the month of November. Make sure I have everything okay, All right, so we welcome you. Yes, it's the 22nd in the month of November. Welcome to Connecting the Dots on DBS Radio. Nigel Francis is waiting. If you're ready for CTD and you know it, clap your hands and say CTD. Yes, that's Connecting the Dots. How do we say that in Creole again? Nigel will tell us. Look, I forget me. Come, let's share some time together. Let's reminisce about the good old days. Today we are sitting under a tree in Monjon, and then we'll traverse to Rivière Syriac, okay? To catch up with friends and family. Nigel, come a while. Here's Nigel.
Oi. Hey.
How you doing, Nigel?
I am good. What's going on? What's happening?
Well, I'm there, I'm fine. Nice
You're
vibes.
Under the tree.
I'm under the tree, I hope.
You're under the tree now.
You coming on, Nigel? I see a young person there running, sweaty. That's you, Nigel. Coming under the tree.
Me that day on the playing field. I'm on the playing field and now I run in to get something to drink.
Oh, you're on the playing field, but Nigel, you have a long run if you're on the playing field. On the playing field where?
I in the playing field, boy, you say you in Monjon.
If it's not your family's home in Monjon, I mean.
In Monjon.
Okay.
Earlier on, I was in out there doing some farming.
You're too boastful that you know.
I decided to take a break.
All right. Yes, sir, Papa. Well,
yes.
Nigel.
I decided to come and connect.
Okay, come and connect. Where's Curtis then? You saw Curtis Matthew, the one Curtis Matthew?
Youngster youngster was opening in the batting. You know, he had like his cricket, so he was opening in the batting earlier. But, that running thing can't work for him no more. It's can't take singles.
He has retired hurts.
Yes, he can't take singles. He retired hurt very early.
I see, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
What's up, youngster?
Nigel, so yes, we are ready. We should have a very interesting program again. Nigel, by the way, how do you say CTD in Connected the Dots in Creole again? What we had said the last time for it? It's called a button. Connecte something.
Connecte. You can connect.
We'll have to ask Latricia Cadet Trimble to help
Yes. Somebody will help us in the call. I mean, you can connect.
Man, I just said Kole boot to him myself. I don't know if that is real. What is Kole boot again? Is a domino term?
Kole boot is when you play in the domino and you're just not sure what to do and you just put it on your thing and you Kole boot. Man. You mess up the guy.
Yes, you mess up the guy. You Kole boot. Like you powers in the game, something like that. Hey, Nigel, talking about that. So I'm listening to Hazari this week. So I just finished reading news. I'm driving home in the morning. And I'm hearing Hazari with the Kyle Nago word of the day. In fact, it was the phrase of the day. Nigel, I'm like, what? Why is he always on point? Nigel, he had a Kyle Nago phrase this week. It was on Wednesday, yes. And he had how to say and to spell as well. Okay, so let me ask you, make it simple for you. How do you say, are you sure you are seeing? Like seeing, if you say, right? Are you sure you are seeing Kyle Nago? How do you say that? Are
you sure you are seeing?
Yes, in Kalinago, by the way. So say that properly.
Post my Barris.
You can try Creole first.
Post my Barris, please help me.
Are you sure? Esusete. Okay, if you say it in Creole, Esusete ukawe.
Usete ukavwe.
Right. Now, how do you say that in Kalinago now? Or how do you say, are you sure you are saying in Kalinago language? I just be careful because we might just get a red card there if we don't get that right. How do you say it, Nigel?
How do you say it?
Let's say call Azari, man.
Azari, help me. Prospect Paris, hear you.
Boy, what Azari said again? Boy.
And that's one of the mornings I didn't get a chance to listen.
Arika.
Kisa?
Listen, Arika Katubian, something like that. Arika Katubian.
Arika Katubian.
Arika Katubian. Are you sure you are seeing? That's a kind of good phrase.
Arika Katubian.
Yes, Arika Katubian.
That sounded like something else, you know, but Arika Katubian.
Arika Katubian? Are you sure you are seeing?
Arika Katuna Bian?
It's a Katuna, Katu. Arika Katubi. So Nigel, look at me and I take my phone right away when Hazari was saying, and I say it right after him. I just record it on my phone and I keep playing it over and over again.
Arina Katubian.
What? Arina? No, Arika. So
it's like Arika. Arika Katubian.
Arika Katubian. Arika Katubian.
Okay.
Arika Katubian.
Arika Katubian.
Yes. Are you sure you are seeing? And you say that you know it's in Kalinago language.
Oh, Arika Katubian.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I get it.
Okay. By the way, anybody in the book now before we bring on our guests?
Let's see. Are we on now, by the way?
Yes, of course. We on way.
We are?
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, my thing playing tricks with me there, so I have to leave it alone. I see we on the YouTube, it's showing live on the book, but for some reason it's not coming up. Let me see if I refresh the thing, if it will come up.
Yes.
Let's see. But go, yes. I'll figure it out in a little bit.
Okay, we on, you know. I have technicians all around me, you know, Nigel. People helping me out there, making sure everything going well.
Yes.
So Alvin is on air.
I don't think it on the book yet, but it's.
But I find Alvin early today, we Nigel.
You serious? You on the book already?
Do we rescind
the he got a detention there.
I was just about to ask.
A little bit, so.
He served it now. He served the detention.
Well, he was supposed to be serving today, so I'm not sure how
okay.
He's supposed to be at detention right now.
Yes, he's on.
Yes.
He's on.
Yeah. You ever got a detention? No?
Me? No. I never served the detention. I got a detention once. And if I tell you for what? For fighting in Nigeria?
For what?
Me of all people.
But
I did not serve it. I think Mr. Lockhart, Anthony Lockhart, should be listening. He came to my rescue. And I did not serve. So I never really served the detention at school.
You didn't serve it?
I was always well behaved. Yeah, but I fought.
Yes, you
sometimes you find yourself in problems. You know,
I remember getting one for jumping the wall. By the the wall by the cemetery there. Break time fellas decided had enough of that. Enough of school today. We used to jump over the wall right by the cemetery there by St. Gerard's. As we bend the corner, guess who's in the corner waiting?
We Papa, which one? Brother Jermaine? Was it Brother Jermaine?
As always, I don't know how he used to know those things, you know. One of these days I need to find out from him. Brother, seriously, I mean, at what point did you know things was going to happen for you to be right in the corner or by the, somewhere?
Yes.
So that you could know exactly what was going on.
Yes. Brother Jermaine and Brother Wickham. So these were the two I was more, familiar with at that time when I was going to SAPS. As I tell you, it's a long story. Hey, Nigel, talking about this, let us big up Ophelia Marie.
Yes, man.
Queen. She has been invited to perform in Burkina Faso. I think it's a major Pan-African gathering of women entrepreneurs and women leaders as well. And she, will make her presence felt. And, at that event, and Ophelia already, she has a Wadiwa, money.
Oh, yes. So
she will tell them, look, I can
just imagine her being there and what's going to happen.
Yes. Nigel is Alicia Griffith on, by the way. Alicia Griffith will get a detention if she's not on. So let me see.
Well, I don't know what's happening with my thing. I don't know if Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, Alicia, she's lucky. Yes, she on. She not getting the detention.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know what he did to me, so I don't know if I say something I shouldn't have said.
Yes, sir. You serious?
But he's not allowed me to see connecting the dots no more.
What? Let me tell you something. That's a serious thing,
That's a very serious thing. I don't know what's going on.
The power is a man.
I sent him a message, so hopefully he responds in a few.
Okay, well, yes, let's hope he responds. Okay,
yes, but of course, our YouTube folks, we say good morning to you. We appreciate you connecting as always.
So since you're not seeing that we're on, I can tell you who's on. Alvin Thomas is on. The A's that are on, Alvin, Randy Tony is there as well. And what Alvin saying there, Anthony Mead, Bonjour, DBS. Okay, Anthony Mead is on, Alvin is on, Alice is on. So all the A's,
all the A's are on. Okay, yes. Well, good morning to all the A's. Is you not on?
I know, right?
Well, let me say good morning to Cyril Jones, of course, all the way in Toronto.
But that's Toronto, that's my father.
That's the YouTube section.
Cyril Jones, yes, that's my father, my godfather, and his wife. So yeah.
Well, good morning to you, godfather and father. We appreciate you logging on and connecting with us as always in cold Toronto.
Yes, in cold Toronto.
You haven't gone to Toronto yet, in the cold Toronto?
No. And I understand it's freezing there with moi, papa. Leave me, I am there. Check me next year, God willing. Summertime.
Right.
Try something.
All right.
Nigel, let's go to the Dominica corner and then bring on our guest. And by
That's
the way,
a good idea.
If you cannot answer the question for some reason, any other guests who are online or the one in studio with me can answer. Okay?
Okay.
So you ready?
Right. So
my turn, right? My turn. Boy. Yes,
my lady, give me two.
Yeah, boy. But I can run faster than her, I know that. Anyway, first question. Name 5 common surnames in Montjon and Rivière Syriac. Now I made that very easy because I joined the community. So name 5 common surnames, popular surnames. So when you hear a surname, you just know that person
in Montjon and Rivière Syriac. All right. Matthew.
You know that's
that one first.
Yes. You're right.
Another common surname in Montjon and Rivière Syriac. It is. Go on, help me. Another common surname. Let's see what is common in Montjon Rivière Syriac. Man.
What? Somebody can help us here.
Help me out there, somebody. Already I cannot see the book there, so help me now. What else is common in Montjon? Common last name. Coffee is very popular in Rivière Syriac. But thank you.
All right, thank you. You have 3 more.
Good morning to Liz and all the other coffees and Avo and everybody else. Yes, okay.
So when you hear coffee, you know it's from that area.
You know it's from that area. Yes, definitely so.
You have more.
George,
you heard that,
George,
Nigel?
Okay, all right, I heard that. George. Thank you.
So I have coffee in my family. I also have George in my family.
Okay.
Okay, you have 3 more? 2 more?
2 more to go?
Yes, 2.
So
we have coffee.
I believe John Baptist is no, that's more Grand 4.
There was a truck driver. I'm not sure if he was from Grand 4 or Montjon or Rivière Syriac. I can't remember. When I used to, be in Grand 4, is Dordoy or Dordo? I can't remember. They'll tell us about that if they remember.
They'll tell us about that. Okay.
And then there was Mr. Cock. But Cock was from where now? Coffee.
Cock was from Grand 4, I think.
Yes, Cock from Grand 4, whom you know Lazar's father. Okay. And Dordoy.
But I think Montjon, you have Cadet in Montjon.
But of course, I tell you, just look at the flyer.
But I
just look at the flyer.
Look at the flyer, but yes.
Just look at the flyer. Yes. Oh, that's is Stevenson. I'm not sure if it's common though. Very common.
It's common in Rivière Syriac.
Okay. Common in Rivière Syriac. Okay. So to all the Stevensons, Ivo and company, good morning to you. Okay, perfect. And so I get my 5. I get my answers.
What about 2 says? Is it common in this part as well?
Maybe Grand 4?
No. I'm just thinking.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
I'm thinking of John too.
Yeah. You have Lawrence, you have Pascal.
Oh, yes, Lawrence, but my mother is a Lawrence and her father was from Rivière Syriac.
And you couldn't even say that one?
Yes.
Yes, Pascal for her. Yes.
Okay, all right. So
answer my question. Okay, good.
Okay, quick question again.
I still fighting in Mark Zuckerberg there, so that's the problem.
Okay, who was Anthony? Who was Anthony Coffey and where was he from? Nigel. Who was Anthony Coffey and where was he from? He died just recently.
Well, Coffey must be from Rivière Syriac. I'm not getting that one.
When you hear Anthony Coffey, what comes to mind immediately? Anybody can tell us,
What? Mr. Farmer.
Right. Mr. Farmer.
Hey.
Nigel.
When I ask you, you have to give me the answer, okay? Not before.
Whatever you were going to answer a while ago. But a lot of times, you know the answer, measure stay. Okay, so Mr. Farmer, yes.
Always.
Another one. Who is Andrew Basil?
Who is Andrew Basil? Who is Andrew Basil Scrunter? Who is Andrew Basil? Hey, Scrunter, good morning. I hope you don't come on, because if you come and say anything, you're going to see the stories. Me, he responsible for
remember
something.
when we had him on?
So good morning to you,
as our
Scrunter.
guest. We learned so much about Monjon and River Sirik when we had Scrunter on. We laughed until we cried.
Yes, we laugh until, man.
And I want to have that fun today, because there's some. I just love community togetherness, and we have had the opportunity to share information on several activities, reunion activities in several communities and schools, and the discussions always evoke nostalgia. And I know, I just feel it in my bones that today, Nigel, we're gonna have a good time.
It's going to be the same. Yes. By the way, Mark Zuckerberg responded. He put me back on. So thank you.
All right. So we're going to bring on our guests now.
Direct contact with him. Yes.
Yes, we're going to bring on our guests. And we have one in studio. So we'll start with her. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. It's nice to have you on.
I'm very happy to be here.
Okay. Tell us who we have in studio.
My name is Shirlene Prescott.
Oh, you don't see them, my bad. Okay, I'm going to put her on. Yes, tell us your name again.
Shirlene Prescott. I'm Shirlene Prescott. And I'm the community leader for the Monjon River Sirik reunion.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
What area are you from?
I'm from River Sirik.
River Sirik. Yes. What little hamlet? What is the name of the area?
I was from the main part of River Sirik.
Oh, the main part. Yes. Okay. So Nigel will find out some names in the communities.
Yeah.
Wait, right. The main part is a part in Uganda for in River Sirik?
No, where we have.
Oh, it's not called main part. I thought you said that's the name of the area.
Hamlets. Yes.
Yes. What's the name? You just from the main part.
The main, yes, River Sirik, yes.
Okay.
On the main road.
On the main road, okay.
Main road, all right. Yes. All right.
Now you're talking about
we'll find out about some of the hamlets later on.
Talking about on the main road, and before we continue with the introductions, Nigel, for the Dominica Corner, I'm just thinking of another question for you. There was a very popular disco. I'm not sure it's not so popular before, like now. I remember back in the day, long ago, when DBS Radio had Watson, and a lot of Watson were coming on, and especially around Christmas time, that disco in River Sirik was really a popular spot, and people would leave Roseau and go to River Sirik. You remember the name of that disco?
But how can I not remember the name? I mean, that is where you would probably sometimes leave town to go and see what could happen up there, So, good morning to all of you who used to go IDEX and do what you shouldn't have done and stay there until morning time, early morning, dancing to Warikole in the corner.
Yes,
good morning to you.
Yes, renting a tile. Well, it wasn't really tile in those days. Renting a square.
Yeah, you rent a square there, IBEX there, and then Warikole and them start to play that long compa song.
Yes.
And that's what you're waiting for. Because when that long song comes, you have to make sure before you organize, so you have your square, you rent that, and you...
One of the long compa songs was Mario. You remember that song, Mario? That was long...
that's a long song too. But the song that was it? It's a song from... Was it a song from Coupe Clouet or something like that? I think that was the song Wadix and him used to play all the time.
We'll find out.
Yes, in that corner.
So let's bring on the others as well. Hello.
Yes. Shortman Nath Isaac, good morning to you. If I say IBEX, I must mention Nath.
Okay,
so
Papa,
good morning to Nath.
Story there.
Hi, morning.
All those on the Zoom, yes.
Morning, Jumal John Baptist here, from River Sirik.
Okay.
I'm the president of the Monjon River Sirik Village Reunion. I'm very happy to be here.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure for us as well to have you on. Yeah. And we look forward to a very interesting discussion today. We're going to have fun. We're going to reminisce as well. We're going to talk a lot about your communities. And you'll tell us what drove you to form a committee to, plan this big activity. Who's on again? Come on.
Latricia Cadet Trimble.
Yes, Latricia. How you doing? How you do? Nigel, you know Latricia, right? That's a stupid question, but anyway.
No, I don't know Latricia because she come and say good morning and Latricia Cadet Trimble. No, everybody say a Creole.
Non, moi c'est Latricia Cadet Trimble, mon hod mon John, tout le monde connaît mon kapale koyo, c'est ça mon connaît, c'est ça moi aimé. Verse ou ka koute obligé venir là nous parler, nous ka dire tout court reunion là à mon John River Sirik. So, Western écoute.
Yes, I
now,
like
now we know who's Latricia.
I love this. I love it. Latricia has always played an integral role in community development, and she has kept the Creole, and that's very, very good. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Let's
yes.
find out who's on again.
One more?
Yes, yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm Colin Coffey. I'm the Vice President of the Mountain River Zurich Community and Reunion. And from River Zurich, particularly Live Maho. And
Live Kisa?
Live Maho.
Live Maho. Okay.
Yes, going down by the playing field. So, yeah. And Nigel, I'm not sure if you taught me at grammar school, but I'm from class of 95.
Oh,
so
say that again. Tell us what school you went to again. Say that loud and clear. Say that again.
DGS, class of 95, proudly.
Nice.
You can just say class of 95. You don't necessarily have to mention DGS. You don't have to say the name. Just say you were class of 95.
Thank you so much for saying this. Thank you so much. And by the way, the Dominican Grammar School will be celebrating its Founders Day ceremony on the 16th of January, but on the 17th, 2026, there's a big celebration.
How many years will we celebrate?
It's 133, I think.
133?
I think so. Well, let me make sure that's correct. Okay, I can say it's 143. And
yes, before Gloria and the others come for you.
No, but really, it's a big celebration for the Dominica Grammar School. But we'll talk about that in another program because I want to bring on some past students of the Dominica Grammar School to talk about that. So yeah, I look forward to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I look forward to that day. I won't be here, but I look forward to that day.
Yeah. But it's always nice when you have a group of people, especially when they reside overseas, and they see the importance of connecting the community, of reminiscing about the good old days. I mean, these gatherings hold a special place in the social structure of societies, and let me say very early, good job to the committee, very good job to the committee for what you are doing. When you have a group of people who have a strong desire to contribute to the developments of their community, then efforts, like that must be praised. So let me just bravo to all of you. And I really look forward to an interesting discussion. And when the time comes to that grand reunion, that you will show them how reunion is done, okay? So Nigeria, let's start. So let's begin.
Yes, I mean, definitely. It's always nice when you can want to reconnect with, the people, reconnect with the roots, reconnect with the community and everything else. But before we even start about the reunion and so on, we like to find out a little bit more about the guests that we have. And we like to reconnect with them as well, right? So, Madam President, Ms. Prescott, you're from the main road, Riviera Zurich, right?
Yes, we used to call this steamer, because we were up on a hill, yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm not the president, I'm the community leader. Yes.
Oh, you're the community liaison or something, right?
Yes,
give me your title.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So tell us a little bit about you and I mean growing up in steamer, what it was like, just a little idea of it.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. I grew up with my grandmother being the head of the household. So we grew up with aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody together like brothers and sisters. I remember going every Saturday to collect wood. Oh boy, I hated that. Because Granny used to let us go in the garden, collect the wood, and she would have her wood for the week. Because although she would do something on the stovetop, but majority of the cooking would have been in the outside kitchen. Yes, so we'd have to collect wood, and then we'd go to the river and collect VO every Saturday and make our VO water. Wow. I think that's why we are so strong.
Tell them.
VO water, and she used to do that religiously. And, growing up in a household with a strong woman, I think that made me a strong woman as well. And toloma, planting her toloma and taking out toloma and cleaning her toloma, making her toloma, and going and being part of that as children as well. Nowadays, children don't know those things. We had to Kool-Aid the toloma and put it to dry, and when the toloma dry outside, we've all in her toloma and we eating it raw. Just these fun things growing up. And it's so sad that we don't have all these things happening. Making coconut oil, making castor oil, all these things. And one thing I regretted is, although we were part of it, but being children is more just being troublesome in the kitchen with her. But one thing I regretted is not really playing more of an integral role in preparing this thing, so I myself could do it right now. I should be making castor oil and coconut oil, I just well, as a child, you're just watching Granny doing it. I can remember the steps, but to actually do it, I've never done it. So Granny used to do all these things. My granny used to make her, she wasn't a government worker, so she was self-employed. So she, anything to have a little money. She would do her barbecues. She would do her ice pops for sale. And we used to eat ice pop and barbecue on Granny head. So all these fun things, and going to school and going to classes and all these things growing up in the community. Mawon, you go up the road and find and meet your friend and you're running, and Granny staying on the hill. As I told her, you live in Steam, and you just hear say, Charlene, you can be anywhere in Riverside, you hear in your name and you're starting to run to come home. So there's things there, and just the hard work of being, with my grandmother, my aunt. My mother died when I was very young, so I had many mothers. So my aunt and everybody just there. And one thing I can say is we were never hungry. We never lacked. And that was a household where Granny didn't have a steady job. We never lacked, and Granny provided, and everybody was just happy. And looking at the house now, you are wondering, but how all of us used to fit in that house now? Everybody comfortable, nobody, was sad. It was just a happy moment. But let me tell you, when you misbehave, they're telling you, go and pick your whip. Go and pick your whip. Now you're trying to be smart and you're trying to look for the smallest branch because you don't want to bruise. So you to get the smallest branch and you have to go and pick your whip for you to get your volley. Yeah, so that is just some of the really fun times growing up in Riverside.
Well, I'm glad you're part of the committee because you have a Vavo, man. You have a laddie. Why you understand
the excitement and joy feeling of recalling those days, what used to happen to her and the rest of the family and everything else.
Well, imagine you're in a community in Nigeria, all your friends and somebody calling your name, loud, and you recognize it's your grandmother. What?
Boy, and when Ibex now, remember I'm on the edge, and we used to try to hide and go and take a little jam in Ibex now. Boy, a time we did dancing in Ibex. So, but she had a special walk. She had a little limp. So from the end, when we were by Ibex, we seen her coming. So they said, Charlene, your granny coming. As she entered into the entrance, so I run out the exit and run home. I sit down, I said, but granny, I was home all the time. I wasn't down the road.
Yes, sir.
Yes, because during the time when Ibex used to swing, I was on the edge. I couldn't go jump. So his volley shots and run down, take a little dance and run back home.
Wow, yeah. Wow, I love this. Let's start with the ladies first. Let's get. We'll come
I certainly know some people that has the volley shots.
Yes, volley shots.
Yeah. Hey, you hear when Charlene mentioned this to Mao? Well, long I haven't heard that word, man.
I know, man.
Yes, it's to Mao.
Go in the shots.
You know what is Mao, I wanna?
But of course, the Nigeria.
Yeah.
Come on.
You ever Mao?
Of course, I used to Mao. Boy, that was so good to Mao. Sometimes Mao to do what? No, really. It's go and pick cherries that fell already.
And when you get the volley, you don't worry, because you enjoy yourself. Yes. You fill your stomach with your phone. You don't even care when you get in the volley.
And you'll go back again. So. Let's hear from Latricia. We start with the ladies. And
yes. We started the ladies first.
Give us your story. Growing up in Monjon.
Well, growing up in Monjon was the best thing ever. I remember skipping. I used to live in an area called Formico. Later on, we named it Black Hollywood. Formico. And I still have to tell people I still live there because as soon as I land Dominica, I have to go home. I don't know about anything else. It's always Monjon for me. You can go to wherever you want in the world, but home will always be home, and Monjon will always be home to me. And I'm not the only person from Monjon like that. If you know Monjon has had its own share of famous people like Harry Moore, Marcel. We have some great musicians in Monjon and teachers. We have Mr. Pascal, who's taught the SMP for many, many years. And the community was always a community that worked together. Coming from Monjon, I grew up with carnival in Monjon. It's not like everybody, now where you have everybody going to Roseau for carnival. When you heard carnival in Monjon, you're talking about Chante Mass. don't do nothing in the year because when carnival come on, moun ke fon chante masan là ou. Hey Rosa, vamos pa parler ça. You know, so that was the type of village I came from. During carnival, people, the older women in the street. I wasn't born yet, but I grew up hearing the term. After Hurricane David, there was one lady. When you pass on the road, they had a little song. Brogodo, brogodo, bow, bow. So everybody know is hurricane relief clothes you have on you. That was Didi thing. And although I was born in the 80s, we still remember anytime a person had brought something for you or given you something, maybe a second hand something, when you pass down the road, Didi stand up by the road and Didi have to say, brogodo, brogodo, bow, bow. So you know it's somebody that brings something for you, or you get something from somebody.
From a group.
You know, maybe the person come out overseas and you get a t-shirt or something. But Monjon was always a fun place. I remember playing. And another thing that I loved about the village, during the summer when we left to go to school in Roseau, and you would come back up for summer holidays and thing, it wasn't, it was a known thing that the grown men and the grown women in the village would play knot with you. Summertime, you collected knot. And if you know anything about knot, you know when we're talking about the big ones, you used to call it your precker. I remember the older folks like Mr. Isaac playing knot with us by the shop by Cyril here. You know, and on a Sunday afternoon, after you go to church in the morning, because Monjon had the Catholic church, when you come out to church in the morning and you go home, you have your lunch. After lunch, you make sure your dirty dishes are washed, and then you dress in your Sunday best and you go down by the shop by Cyrilia. So children would be playing skipping the road, they would be playing rondas and knots, and you know, it was a farming village. So people like me, mon lever l'argent figue. So là où sans vacances fini, tout le monde kal Saint Martin, tout le monde kal là, yo kal si. Moi-même, je pour faire l'argent figue, moi pour me faire 7 mon livre pour moi l'école ouverte. So on a Thursday and a Friday, it was just a bustling village with different people helping to make bananas. That was when Osa fig te king bagay te ka marché, moun te ni l'argent en poche, ou ni pou descend boshi mais domino ka fly. Monjon always had a vibrant kind of life. Rondas on a Sunday, cricket on a Sunday, you know, we're playing field at the top of the hill, and you have to wait because ice pop there, Ase making ice cream as while you sit down watching your cricket. And the nice thing about it, the older women knew more. Oh, Donald, saying no ball. So I'm wedding. You know, those things you grew up with, and that for me was the real life. When you're hungry, it was fast food. I'll put des wine and a grapefruit by Bepson. Guava tree, you climb guava tree, cause some monta peku. Pli yo di mo pa monte pied bois, says pli mo monte. All how you tell me don't climb the guava tree because that was recess. Fast food recess. You pick your guava on when you're going down to Tabewi to Lapland side, you get fat pork. You know, those are the days. Ripe bananas was an everyday thing. But we were also a healthy people. Don't talk about Alger Tergoin. That we don't do anymore. That is, Alger Tergoin is where you had Nivwe, a thing we call Nivwe, and you go and you block off the river and you put that in the water and the fish get drunk and you collect your fish and you go home. Don't ask about Kakado and Quibish. We were in that. And when it comes to food, Monjon had the best cooks. The best cooks, money pali konserve mon fin. Dashing body fare before you go to school. You eat a dashing roti and a cup of gingembre or a cup of basilic, and you're in business. That was life in Monjon. That was the life. The village was a vibrant village. During Christmas, it was cows being killed and people, you know, when you had a death, everybody gathered together. We went to wash in the river for the person. You came to clean and you sat there for 9 nights. You know, this was just a community of love and wonderful experiences. That's what I grew up with. That's what I hope the village could come back to, you know. Wow. And this reunion is something that is going to remind people of all of those things that we did. Mon John and Riviera Syriac are going to take center stage, and we're going to show people what true life was like in the past.
Nigel, this gave goosebumps.
I don't know about you, but let me show you how me going.
Wow,
yes.
Wow.
Yes. The little Creole you put in that day,
yes.
Comes to the
that is why I like reunions.
Oh,
I really love reunions.
Yes, beautiful the recollection of what used to happen.
Yes. Take us back.
Yes.
Wow. Nigel, we can even end the program there.
Yeah. I mean, after the way you talk about the community and what happened.
The vibrancy of the community, she just,
Yes. Down by Syria Shop and down by Mayok in the river and all the other places you used to go. And oh, man. I can feel the vibes. I can feel Mon John coming through.
Yes,
I can feel Mon John coming through. Yes.
And the Brogodo and all of that. I just remember my days in Grand Force.
Yes.
Lovely. Let's hear from the men, and then we're going to continue a wonderful
discussion. And then we're going to continue.
We
gave men, we kept you for last because, men usually do the thing better. So we kept you last. That's the reason why, So you have to step up and make sure everything happens. By the way, Wednesday is International Men's Day or something like that. So congratulations to all the men and for what you're doing. Congratulations to BPW for what you did for the men as well. The 10 men that you honored. Let's go to the president, Mr. Jamal.
Yes.
Tell us. You're from Riviera Syriac, right?
Yes, I'm
all right. So tell us a little bit about your time. It seems like maybe when you grew up in Riviera Syriac, it might have been a little bit different than Tulin.
Exactly.
Maybe back then you had a lot more technology and the train used to be on the phone instead of going by the river. I don't know, but tell us about your time though.
Yes. Slightly. Yes, so I'm from the steamer as well. So Shirlin is actually my neighbor.
Okay.
So we grew up together. As you rightly said, right? I'm from I'm stuck between two generations, right? So I'm the last set of people to play sec and to run around and to go Botlame and to go Abarab in Syriac and to go in the river and to cook food by the road and to do all of that stuff. And then I got a little bit of the internet age, right, when things started. So I'm pretty well versed in technology and all of that stuff. But while we are separating the two in terms of Mon John Riviera Syriac, I would like to say that I was born in I was raised in Riviera Syriac and also raised in Mon John, right? So I went to school in Mon John. The Catholic Church was in Mon John. Anybody in Mon John could hit me a volley if I was misbehaving. So Mon John and Riviera Syriac has been twin communities from ever since, right? So that's why it's a Mon John Riviera Syriac reunion. But I was raised with a big family as well, so uncles, aunts, my father, my mom, my grandmother, everybody in very close proximity, right? So you can see as a child, I go back to the volley thing. I could get a volley from anybody. I had to be well disciplined. I could be told on by any one of the villagers if I was being bad. So I was a very disciplined child, but I also got to participate in all of the activities, right? Like the climbing of the trees, to go in and steal mangoes, and to go in and shoot down hook, and to go and play football, both Mon John and Riviera Syriac, and to play cricket, and so all of these different things we are trying to relive for the reunion as well. Is what I was a part of growing up. And I'm very fortunate to be from the countryside, right? Gone are the days of the stigma of you being from country. So I'm very happy that I'm from Mon John and Riviera Syriac, and that we can now showcase to the rest of Dominica and the rest of the world what it is like living in Mon John and Riviera Syriac. So thank you for having me.
Definitely so. So for those who don't know, because one of the things we like to do is connect. So you said you went to school in Mon John, and you're from both communities in a way. Who are your parents? Were they from Mon John or from Riviera Syriac, or which one?
My parents are from Riviera Syriac, and Skranta is my uncle.
Okay, all right. So we get the connection now, right?
Yes, we get the connection, yeah.
All right, we get the connection now. Beautiful. Mr. Colin Coffee, we will put you on if you don't say the word DGS. We can put you on if you...
Is that to get out of my hat?
That's okay. That's okay. But tell us about your experiences, the early experiences in the community of Rivier Syric Monjon.
Yeah, so I'm from Rivier Syric, born and raised, and I am Latricia's comrade. We're classmates, so we have a lot in common. We share some of the same experiences. But man, are
you from Steamer too?
No, I'm from Livamaro. My house is right in the corner. I'm on the main road, so I don't have a backyard, so I cannot. I couldn't do any shortcut like chilling and run to IDEX, right? When I left my house, everybody know I'm on the road. My mother knew I was going, so I couldn't do too much sneaking around. But those were fun days. My dad was a farmer, my mom was a teacher, and I grew up like everybody else with that hard work ethics in me. But as a child, I remember us just playing stuff like cricket on the road, right? Taking Zewine and taking Tangerine, whatever we get. We'd be playing cricket on the road, taking coconuts and making coconut bat. And we would take the plastic from the bananas and heat it up on the fire, make a ball out of it, and we'd call it conti. And man, that was hard. When that thing hit your shin, you getting bombs. But that's what we used to do, right? Play cricket, play football on the street. Anything we get, we'll be playing football. Go down to the playing field. And something that was really fun. So back in the days, we didn't have water. So on a Saturday, the parents would go to the river to be washing their clothes. And everybody's in the river bathing. And then you holding kakado. And you're going up at home and you're roasting your kakado after you're happy. Like Latricia said, you're never hungry. Bird season, you take your catapult, right? You go and shoot 2 birds. And then you roast your birds. And summertime, you help your parents remove spice because that was the money they were gonna use to buy your clothes, your uniform, to go back to school. And also bananas, right? So bananas was the one of the communities that produced the most bananas, right? So you couldn't be at home. You had to go to the farm with your parents, deflower your bananas, red ants biting you. And your snack was cane and bananas, or dry coconut. That was it. And you're there whole day and you mosquito biting you, but you have to do it, right? So those were some of the fun days, man. And like even doing stuff like playing nuts. Topi, I don't know if you remember Topi. Right? You throw your Topi with your friends. And of course, after that, I think when I went to school in Tong, I probably spent like 1 weekend in Tong. Every weekend, I make sure I go up the country. Every weekend, because that's where all my friends were. Those were the happiest moments of my life. And growing up in Monjon, same thing, right? We went to school in Monjon. So I remember we could either take the main road or go down a shortcut. But when you go down the shortcut, you're going for banana field, you're still in your school uniform, your parents beating you, your shirt missing button. When they come to iron your shirt, they say, how come your shirt missing button? It was a two fun communities, and then growing up in the school, when we went to school, we go to Monjon playing field, play cricket. Church was a staple every Sunday, you put your best outfit on and you go to church. Same thing, we have the Pentecostal church in Rivier Syric, so the Monjon people would come down to the Pentecostal church. And the communities was just vibrant. And then in the 90s, you talk about hawk storing, right? Hawk storing was something that was prominent, like dashing, planting. So on Saturdays, you'd have, by the bus stop, you'd have hawksters line up all day. And you're just buying produce. And that was our fun money, right? That's the money. As a kid, you plant 2 little plantain, you sell it 35 cents a pound, you make $40. And you have that for a little weekend change. But the communities, both communities were vibrant. And that's what we're trying to bring back with our reunion, right? We're trying to bring back that connectivity. Yes, a lot of people migrate, but we still have it in our heart. And we know with the reunion coming back, that it's like riding a bike, you never forget, right? So once you come back to the community, you're going to remember these good days. And for those who were not born there, they will see what it was like. And hopefully it will generate some economic activities for us during the reunion, but post-reunion as well. So we'll talk about that some more. But those were two very, very fun. And you mentioned Wadi Kule, right? I remember on a Saturday night, Wadi Kule would be playing, and I didn't want to fall asleep. I'm in my bed laying down just listening to the music all night, So yeah, that was some fun times.
Fun memories, Nigel. That is
it. Is. It is.
Yeah, but Nigel, you know something Colin forget to tell all you? His mother was one of the best first grade teachers in the world. I cannot say I cannot say in Dominica. I would have to say in the world, because almost every young person between the ages of maybe 50 to when she stopped teaching, maybe 35. In those communities went through the hand of Teacher Magdalene. Yep. So Colin had a very strict mother, and we also had Teacher Janice. And be mindful, I didn't say teacher, it's Cha Janice and Cha Magdalene. You know, so we had that level of discipline from day one. You got it from home and you got it from school. And Monjon School had a lot of children. We had enough people that we had our own scout troop in Monjon River Zurich. And I remember bonfires in the Monjon Primary School during summer when scouts would gather. And let me tell you, the boys used to look good in their Razad. Razad was the thing.
I remember those Razads, man. Please talk about the Razad. Yes. But as you mentioned about, Teacher Magdalene and Cha, whatever it is, and so on. In both communities, I know there's always names that you remember a lot. People who played a prominent part, either because they were the main farmer or the main teacher or the main this or the main that. What are some of the names that you guys recall of people back then who were held in high esteem within the community, either because of what they were doing or, people they were around and so on? Like in River Zurich, you had who?
So it could be a seamstress, it could be the person who was collecting the letters and all of that, a midwife, whatever.
Yes. So in River Zurich, you have Teacher Janice and her husband, Mr. Son. Both were teachers, right? And then you have Mr. Linwolf, and then you have I think someone mentioned Mr. Dodoy, right? So Mr. Dodoy and my father, they were the ones who had the Freeton trucks back in the days, right? Taking people to Roseau. And they were also farmers, right? So you remember those names. And we have one where we have our nurse, Nurse Polito. Nurse Polito was a nurse for a long time. And I'll let Latricia talk about some of the Monjon people like Mr. Matthew and so on.
Well, in Monjon, we also had our own teacher. We had teacher sister, who was the principal, Miss Martin. She was the principal of Monjon School for many years. Okay. So you have the entire Martin family. So we had policemen, Mr. Martin, who was a police as well. And we had the Matthews. So one of the main contractors, road contractors, cleaners that we had in Monjon was Mr. Maxime Matthew. That's your father-in-law, Nigel.
Yes,
and we also had cultural people. So you had people like Carol, who was in village council for a number of years, and Mr. Isaac, who was also involved in community spirit. And you can't forget the Toussaint, Cyrilia Toussaint, who had the main shop in Monjon for many years. So we had, and farmers. You had farmers like my father who did bananas all their lives, or plantains and dashing. Monjon was always known for its agriculture, for its planting of its dashing, its yam, and I remember some time ago they did a survey and found out that Monjon had one of the highest literacy rate. So it was not impossible for you to find people sitting on the side of the road reading a newspaper. The Chronicle and the Sun used to come to Monjon, and almost everybody would buy a newspaper, or if one person bought a newspaper, that newspaper went around the village until it was crinkled. Wow. So everybody read, everybody was together doing their own thing, but community things. So Mr. Isaac was well known. We had policemen, like Mr. Samuel, who was a police in Monjon for a number of years. And being that the school and the church was in Monjon, you always had people who played integral part in our lives in that respect, like Ma Ambrose, who lived next to the church and who taught catechism for a number of years. And that was my nene.
Yeah, and one thing we forgot to touch on too is that we're a very in terms of culture, Jinping was really big in the two communities, right? So we have she migrated years ago. She's a centennial, and Mashupam. That's her name. That's well known in both communities, right? Because she was the one fostering that Jinping and that culture and instilling some of the young people who right now it's fading out a little bit, but hey, we'll bring it back. Don't worry about that. But back in the days, these two communities were known for that. Yeah.
Was there any rivalry between Monjon and River Syriac? It was always nice. It was always happy two twin communities. Or was there something you say Monjon people doing this better, River Syriac people doing any rivalry?
I think in football. Yeah. So we used to have our own village league, right? So Monjon will have its team, Livermore will have its team, Lacroix has its team, Montregan has its team. So on a Sunday afternoon, everybody go down Tayam, and that's where the rivalry used to be. From what I remember, it was football. I don't know if Latricia has anything.
It's pretty much always been football, right, Colin? Even in my time.
Sometimes rounders. We always had rounders in those communities as well.
Yes, for sure.
So I don't think we would have rivalries per se, but it was community gathering. But everybody supported their own, because if I come from the Monjon and Monjon playing against Freyal, I don't go support Freyal. I go support Monjon, But it was always two communities together. You do not hear people say Monjon and don't hear River Syriac. You do not hear River Syriac people say River Syriac and you don't hear Monjon. When we had carnival gatherings, Monjon River Syriac had some of the best calypsonians. That is where Scrunter came from. That's where he was nurtured, because we had our own competitions during carnival for calypso. So we rivaled each other, but we also lifted each other when we did things.
Shirley, you can come in anytime. And Nigel, we want to go to the book because a lot of people are on and they're asking questions and making comments as well. But I also wanted to find out, though, any plans to document, at least some of what you all are saying. Maybe part of the reunion, or if not documented in a written word, at least to have an activity during the reunion celebration where you can go back in time, and tell the younger ones how life was in Monjon. I just wanted to know that. It would be nice to have these things documented as well, but at least some of the people who contributed, significantly to the community development. So any one of you can answer. Any plans to do just that? Document all the things?
So there will be plans to document. When we say document in terms of like videography, so like to document the reunion so that we can show what it was. And then there are plans within some of the events that hopefully we get to talk about where we're
going to be talking about the reunion in the next hour.
Right. Yes. So there are plans to show people coming in, like the children of the children, right, who have never been to Monjon River Syriac, what it was like for us growing up. So our sports day is going to be a sports day of the past, right? Our Kalaluan Roots Festival will showcase some of the things that we did as children, right? So you have the spinning the top, the building of the trucks and the sex and all of these different things we're going to try to bring back. We're going to have the cultural groups doing the dancing. Some of these people, the people on the committee who are in their 50s and their 60s are going to lace up their boots again to dance the cultural dances that they did back then. So yes, we will be documenting everything in terms of videography, but also going back in time to do some of the things that we did. So part of our theme is memories rekindled, right? And that is what we're trying to do for the reunion, right? So we're trying to bring generations together, so all these different generations of people, and we're trying to rekindle those memories that we had. So that's what it's about. That's what the reunion is going to be about.
Nigel, let's check the book a while. Let's see what's happening. It's busy.
The book is very, very, very busy this morning. Yes. Victoria Williams, good morning to you. She says Miami is listening. Rosa Robinson says, boy, Tricia, I remember you. I remember you Kisa Tabawi every Saturday morning. Yes.
Tabawi. You had to take all your clothes, 14, 15 years, you were the washing machine back then. So you have to take the clothes, the farmers' clothes, the everybody clothes, and you pick your stone, which stone you're going to wash on. And you washing, when you come back up, you have a ring around your foot from soap suds and whatever. But our cream was you get 2 cocoa shells, Tabawi, and you chew coconut, and you take the pashi cocoa and you rub that on your foot. These are things we want our children to know. So while they are enjoying their gold bond cream and all of that, our skin is beautiful. We look ageless because back then it was hard work and natural things. So I grew up with my mother.
Body lotion. Yes.
I grew up with Ballier Savan and Ballier Savan and what's its name again? This flower they used to take and wash my hibiscus. Ballier Savan, hibiscus, and aloe was my shampoo and conditioner. My children don't know that. So these are things that even if we're not going to be able to show them how it was used, we're going to be able to tell them those stories at the reunion. We want people to come and hear. We have quite a bit of stories that we grew up with. The beatings at school. These days teachers cannot touch children. But you were disciplined at school. And one such story, not to digress too much, we want to come and tell people about Teacher Son. We had to memorize a lot of little poems and stuff. And I have a cousin, Osborne, we call him Ozzy. And every morning you come in, you had to recite your stories. So he was doing tourist white man wiping his face. Met me in Golden Grove Marketplace. He looked at my old clothes, brown stain, and sucked right through with the Portland rain. He cut his eyes. Teacher Son hit him. He cast his eyes. Osborne, it is cast his eyes. He started again. 2 minutes later, he cocked his eyes. And he got beat for that several times until he learned the word to the point where he said it with a flair. Cast his eye.
Wow. I love reunions.
So we want to tell people about all of those fun things. And when you went down the road and you were not supposed to go down the road, and your parents say, go in the shop for me, moka kwashe la si shesavo viwe kualeo. Those are the things we want to bring back. We want to tell people how the communities were, how we grew up, what we did. We want to show them, and especially my favorite, what we ate. I want to talk about the food. I want to cook the food. I want to be there for the food. I want to have kalalu.
And one memory for me is there was a madman in Monjon, Bia. We used to call him Bia. Boy, Bia make us run. Lord, we couldn't be big because Bia would run behind us from Monjon to Riviera. But I think half of it was we made it up in our head, and I think we exaggerated the situation. I think children wanted to run, and before we see the man not taking us on, we run in. And it's run. Boy, this is what it is.
Yes, Bia was the one that caused a lot of it.
Boy.
Let's go to the book a while and just see some of the comments that we have. Alicia Griffith is saying, yes, Latricia, the Creole sounding good. Somebody saying, girl, boil cane juice and roast dashing. Boil cane juice?
Why?
Boil cane juice? That's what I read in there. Boil cane juice?
Yes, bizukan.
Okay. Okay. Is anyone monitoring the comments? Okay, yes, we're monitoring the comments. These were the days someone is saying Victoria Williams. Let's say hello to Ray Joseph as well. Ray Joseph. It cannot come back to these days. Gone, it's a new generation. No, Clef is saying hello everyone. Everyone's what's up. Okay, fine. Nice to know that you're on. Okay. Nigel, a lot of comments. You could not get that.
A lot of comments. Janet Robinson, Avilo is saying Janet is watching with you. Morning to everybody and the program. Love to all. Victoria Williams, that was real life back then. I spent some holidays with the Matthews and I enjoyed those days. Hey, Alice Francis, you watching? But you're right, come. Anyway, Alice Francis is watching as well. She says, so happy listening to the younger ones in Monjan Rivers here. Can't wait for the reunion. These are some good memories that make us appreciate our parents even more. Nelly Felix Nicholas, Teacher Selsa, was one of those that used to be part of the whole process. Beryl Winston, hey, cousin Beryl, good morning to you too. Hello, calling. Yes, Nils Polidor, Deborah Charles Mack, locked in from Daly's. Good morning. Muriel Stott says, you know what? We need a whole Southeast reunion. Hey, Boji.
Yeah,
so she's taking it to another level now, which is good. Carl Kofi James, okay, Nigel, I'm here. Greetings to the entire panelists and guests. Listening with Heather George, great job, guys. That's from Ernie Stout. Henrietta Jim says, we are watching. Looking forward to a very great time during the reunion. That's from Adishawa Abal. Let's see, Latricia, stop it with the coconut oil. You have me looking for some. Good morning to you, Carol, as well. So the entire Matthew family, good morning to all you. Yes, love my community. That's from Charles Polidor. Love my community very much. Caesarina Paul, exciting listening to the history. And I think, as Ivona mentioned too, that's something we found out, right, Ivona, when we have all these different reunions.
Definitely. Let's talk about that a little. This person has been on the line for a while. Let's see if this person wants to share. It could be from Montreal River Zurich. Hello.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Hey.
It is so nice to get you this morning, eh?
Okay.
And listening to Latricia from Koyola, it's like Miss Ye. She has saying well. And I can identify with plenty of those cultures.
Okay.
A little lower down the southeast where you call Daily, where we're planning to have our
okay.
Also,
well, check us out, and we'll make something happen.
To be honest with you, I appreciate the program very much.
Okay. What's your last name? From
Latricia there.
Yes, Latricia, I'll give it to you there. Eh? And she has plenty more to say. Just imagine that. What is your last name? What's your last name?
Top of the world, Council.
Council? Oh, top of the world. Oh, okay. Yes, I know that code. All right, Ironman. Yes, Nigel. Wow.
Yes, and as you say that, yes, it's nice to reconnect, man. By the way, Harry Moore says he's locked in there. Harrison Matthew, Harry Moore, locked in from Buffalo, New York. I'll be seeing you guys for the Monjan reunion. Looking forward to that. Big up to the crew, One Love, and all the others who will be coming through for the reunion.
Yeah. Let me ask a question now. Yes, we'll go reunion, but let me just ask a question just before we go reunion quickly.
Yes, go ahead.
We spoke earlier about, I think it's Dodoi truck. How was it? What was it like going on the truck to come to Roseau or wherever else you had to go? What was it like? I want your experience about the truck, having to get up very early in the morning and you hear the vibration of the truck coming up the hill or wherever you were. Tell us about that. I'm not sure if you want to start with this.
Yes,
experience on the truck.
Anybody that knows Monjon knows the Matthews and the Cadets live in the top of the village. I can remember my first trip to Roseau. Boy, we had to get up early. My mother was going to sell her stuff for Christmas. And my mother used to grow Lucky Lily. So people in Roseau bought a lot of Lucky Lily to make their flower arrangements during that time. And she planted flowers and stuff. So she collected her flowers. She was selling cane. We grew a lot of cane around the house and your bag of dashing. And the kush. My mother used to plant kush. And people loved their kush during Christmas. And yam, she would go for yam babaule. So we had several bags. So what we had to do was the night before my mother went to Roseau, she had to carry all those bags from the top of the village and put it in the bus stop, which is in the beginning of the village. And then we'd carry the lighter little things, that we can manage in the morning. But sometimes the trucks couldn't come up all the way up to the village, so you had to bring it down, or it would come to the middle of the village. And I remember it was Colin's father truck. So that was the truck we were going down on the morning, and people were packed. My mother got up like really early. I remember getting on the truck, walking down the road and getting on the truck, and then knowing that we were in Roseau, because the only time you really felt it was when we were going up O'Daly's, because you're going straight uphill and that truck used to make noise. and people squeeze up and people bouncing and you cannot make a little too much noise. One child was on the truck at the time crying. I can remember that like it was yesterday. And people talking as they go in, and the conversations were loud and vibrant, and half of it in Creole, and you don't understand necessarily what they're saying. But I remember having to get up really, really early, and the truck being full, and somebody climbing on top of the truck to put things on the top of that truck. So 90% of the people on the truck were literally squished like sardines, and you had load inside the truck, and you had load on top of the truck. I remember those days, and it seemed like we never got to Roseau. Boy, look how long ride. Boy, look. I remember it was a very, very long ride. And I remember sitting on my mother, and then after a while, my mother passing me over to somebody else in the truck. I remember that part because I was one of those people who got the first-hand truck, and then we graduated to boss. But I don't think Colin's father ever learned to drive any other vehicle but the truck. I remember when they were trying to get him. I was much older back then to drive another vehicle, and he said it was too light. He couldn't handle it. So he could only drive his Freeton truck. I went to high school and he still had that Freeton truck.
Nigel, I'm thinking, I'm just trying to remember, how was it, back in the day, how people would get their license to drive a truck. So imagine coming from...
You didn't have license, man. You just drive.
Wow. My goodness.
But let me tell you, we had very good drivers back then, because
but
if
seriously,
anybody knows...
go to the police station like we do now, so they can, you can do all the turns and go and, go up on the hill and have your brakes and all what they do now to get your driver's license. I wonder if they used to do that back then. That's interesting.
But you had to stop on the flat to put the vehicle in gear before you go up the hill. And you had to stop on the top of the hill to put the vehicle in gear to go down the hill. So you had to be very good. And
you had to be,
some of these people not to be able to drive the vehicles that we currently drive, that is to just show you the type of skill. Because everybody knows the roads in the southeast ain't the greatest. She may over, pas bon. Just up to now, nous pas ni bon, she may over. But nonetheless, they drove those vehicles. But I remember it being a very bumpy ride from Monjon
that was a skill
all the way to Rivière-Syrique, and we had to pick up people on different intervals. I remember it being very bumpy.
I remember as a little girl, when I was in Grand Four, we would have to get up very early in the morning and go on the outside. But you could hear the vibration of the truck from a distance, and you'd know exactly whose truck is coming up, whether it's Cock or Dodoy or whoever. Very early in the morning, in the dark, that was just something else.
Almost 3:30 in the morning. Of course, Janelle didn't have that experience of riding on the truck.
I rode on bus.
You rode on bus. Okay,
yes,
Papa.
Yes.
Okay, I rode
the truck, but I rode on bus.
Okay.
I
know the truck feeling when you have live chickens and on the truck as well, maybe a live goat. My goodness, those were the days. Wow. So we're going what? We're going to the reunion now.
Felix Nicholas says, Doloy was the best. Going to town at 2:00 in the morning. And he was the last one to reach in the market at 7:00.
It was a long ride.
It was a pretty long ride from there to then, but we've come a long way. We've come a long way. So we give thanks for that. So, hey guys, reunion.
Yes.
Monjon Rivière-Syrique reunion. We've had other communities doing reunions and so on. So before we get to all the activities, what is it about reunions that you think that's important enough for you guys to want to do this? What is it about a reunion?
Reunions are an opportunity, just like if you look at the vision of connecting the dots, right? You're connecting people from Dominica to the diaspora, and with reunions, you have that opportunity to connect generations, not just people, but generations. So someone leaving Monjon and Rivière-Syrique migrated to the United States or to England or to wherever, and they have kids, and the kids don't know what Monjon and Rivière-Syrique looks like, right? So being able to bridge that gap, the reunion allows us that opportunity, right? And then when they come back to see the different places in the island and to also learn about how their parents or their cousins and these other people grew up. I think that's a main thing. And for us in Dominica, when you think of the things that attract people to Dominica, you have Carnival and Independence being the two big ones, right? And if you have a whole population of people who are not interested in the partying, right? So how do you get these people to come to Dominica, right? A reunion brings every facets of people to Dominica or to a community, and that's the benefit of having a reunion.
Yeah. Nice, I like that. Yes, the connection and the reconnection sometimes, and the discovery by the younger ones of what their parents or and other siblings and so on might have experienced. So, what's the theme? What's the theme for the reunion?
The theme is Generations United, Memories Rekindled.
Generations United, Memories Rekindled. That's profound.
Speaks for itself.
It does. Yes, because you're bringing all the generations together, and at the same time you want to, like we've been doing this morning, kind of going down memory lane in a way and rekindling those memories. So who's going to tell us about all this stuff that's going to be going on for the reunion? Any one of you?
Yes.
Okay, so but
I mean, even before you go to the activities, though, I mean, one of the things, and Ivonne and I know that is the planning of this. Yeah. So you're not all in Dominica, you're in different parts of the world. What was it like trying to get everybody together to plan this thing?
Yes, Shirlene, tell us.
Well, I came in the latter part, but I know that we had to do a lot of Zoom meetings, WhatsApp groups, and different committees. So it's a lot of online communication, even with me in Dominica, all of us, because everybody's every in different places. So it's a lot of online Zoom meetings, WhatsApp discussions, and when I took a little pause from the union, when I returned to the committee, I'm like, wow, all you did a lot. And can you imagine with the technology, the amount of things that you can plan and do, and we don't necessarily have to come and meet face to face. A lot of the plans were done like that, and I believe that we are moving, the plans are moving good. We have some committed people there, and we have people from different age range. So we have Auntie Nafo that is in her 60s. We have other people from their 50s. We have younger people in their 20s. So we have a large range of people in the community coming together and doing that. So it might have been a little difficult in the starting, but I think we have our rhythm now when we call our meetings. Before the time of the meeting, everybody's on, ready, and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm seeing that when July 3rd, 2026 comes around, we are going to have a wonderful reunion.
Nice.
Yeah, so, I mean, just to follow up on what Shirlene said, right? So, Jamel and myself were some of the original people who founded the reunion committee, and we wanted to be different. We wanted our reunion to be a reunion, but we want to have a post-reunion committee. And because we want to keep that economic activity going for communities and keep the visitors coming back without our reunion happening. So one of the things we had to do, Nigel, was to take a step back. And I told Jamel, we don't want to make it a science experiment, but we have to have some type of structure. And that's when we develop our mission, our vision, our theme, and we have everything well documented, our goals, and then we have our charter. And so we did it like a project, like a true project, because again, we're building something not just for next year, but for the years beyond. And if I'm not around or someone not around, they can pick up that playbook and continue right where we left off. So it was a lot getting into it, but with technology, we have our website built. We're selling our packages on our website. I'm sure Jamel probably has shared it with Ivona, but we have that backbone in place. So if I'm not here, someone not there, and then so yeah, it was a lot of planning, but we wanted to have a solid foundation to build on that, because once we have that structure in place, the rest of it is a breeze.
Yes. Yeah, sustainability is important, so that
right.
if you can process can continue even if you're not around. And I mean, are you and Jamel in the same space, same area, same
No.
Okay. So
No,
this
no.
so it had to go through. Like I said, 2 of you started.
Right. Yeah, we're in different states. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So I mean, you mentioned the theme. Jamal, in terms of generations united, the memories rekindled, and so on. What was the thought process behind the theme? I mean, did it just kind of click, like say, hey, let's do this? So yeah, tell us.
But it was all a collaborative effort, right? We sat down, we probably iterated on this theme 4 weeks, over 4 weeks, I think.
Wow.
We are in a meeting, and I pretty much asked everybody in the meeting, what would you like the reunion to be? Or what would be the success of a reunion? And then people decided to put out different things and different phrases, and then we started building the theme from what people wanted out of the reunion, and then we landed on 5 choices, I think, and we asked the committee to vote on that. So that's how it became the theme, and it just shows how collaboration helps to bring something good, right? And that's what it's always been. It's always been collaborative, even if we're not in the same space, but reaching out to the people in Dominica, asking them to do their part. I think this reunion is going to be inclusive. Is going to include everybody, right? So everybody has a specific part to play in the reunion, right? And yes, we have a reunion committee, but to me that doesn't say a lot. For me, I feel like everybody has to chip in to make it a possibility and to make it a success.
Latricia, let me ask you as well, though. What for you would be the success of an event like this? You still have some time, yes. You all are still, formulating ideas and making sure that everything is in place. But for you, at the end of it all, as you plan, what for you would be the biggest achievement of a gathering like this?
Ivona, I think this is already a success.
Okay.
Because it has brought different generations together. Jamel is not really from my generation. He's much younger. I'm one of the older people here, nearing the 60 mark, nearing those marks there, you're up there. Then you have people in their 20s and their 30s. The mere fact that you could bring people of these ages, different ages together, that is a success already, because you're already reuniting generations. Going forward, when you have people who come back to the villages, who come back to Monjon, who come back to Rivière-Zurich after 20 years, after 30 years, meeting with family that they may not even know all over again. For me, that is the success. That is a success story right there. Coming back, being able to talk about what has made us into the people that we are, that is success. Because I can take a moment and just say, look, everybody now knows Latricia Cadet. But if it wasn't for Alfie and Belle Tomei, there would be no Latricia Cadet. If it wasn't for teacher Magdalene and teacher Janice, there would be no educated Latricia Cadet. If it wasn't for teacher Roy Stevenson and teacher Baba, who gave me that English foundation, there would be no Latricia Cadet. And I'm sure there are lots of people out there who have that same thought process, and just being able to come back and communicate that and say thank you to the communities who've made them who they are.
Herein lies the success. Yes. I love this. By the way, Hermina Archibald is on. She said late join, but good morning, friends.
Teacher Mina, morning.
By the way, so if you missed a lot, by the way, so after the program, you'll go back to the very beginning and listen to all the jokes and all the good time, the motor.
Yes, all the water. Yes. Good morning to you, Mina, and the rest of the family as well. So yes, go back and listen to all the wonderful memories. I'm sure you had your own as well of growing up in that community. So reunion, so it's when? July
3rd to July 11th, 2026.
By the way, Nigel, Lauren Joseph is saying Latricia Ute Eme Maje.
Juste up to now, moi, même manger. Juste up to now, moi, même manger.
Oh, yes.
Yo te sa di reunion, ben, pas rien d'autre, ben, c'est ni manger qui la montre, qui present miss. Especially, pour la union toto yam pen, papa le tonton d'Achine. Kalaloo, oh, present miss, I am there. Hands up.
Florence Stevenson. Florence Stevenson is also on. Good job, guys. Letitia, you have fire this morning. Well, Letitia always have fire.
Yes, definitely so. Yes, Cheryl, good morning to you. Cheryl Roll, good morning to you. Telling us about when you have almost every child in the community have a boost too. And that used to be a famous thing. You have no choice. You must boost your toe, right? Either because
you have no shoes
on the road or you're
school.
doing something, no shoes.
Yeah, you're playing football on the road or something. Yeah.
Definitely so.
It's like riding the bike, right? They said anytime you're riding bicycle, you must cleach it. If you don't cleach it,
That's what you have to
That's the only way to go and learn to ride the bike. I agree with you on that. So in terms of the activities though, tell us what's going to be happening. So it's July 3rd to July 11th, 2026. What are some of the activities? We can probably go through a couple of them and see what people can expect.
Yeah, we can go through some of the activities, and just before we got into the activities, they didn't just come from thin air. So the same process was done in terms of building out the activities, asking people what is it you want from the reunion, right? And then building out those activities from there. So when we talk about Lapo Kabwit into Market Day, right? That's something that came from the people from the committee and even from people from the communities that we would want to showcase our produce, right? And what we produce and some of the things that and to bring back the days of the killing the cow and the killing the goat and to roasting the pig. So that's what Market Day is going to be about. And then this is going to be a very prestigious event. It's called Kalaloo and Roots Festival. And Mon John Rivers has been a great producer of dashing over the years, and Kalaloo has been a staple in our menus over the years and over the generations, and putting a festival like that together. So think of, Nigel, everything in Kalaloo. And the reunion is happening during the summertime. So usually you don't get Kalaloo only in Independence time you would get Kalaloo, right? So having that event in the summer, and the roots part of it has double meaning, right? It's taking us back to our roots, where you can come and listen to the drums and watch people dance ballet and all these different cultural things, and the root crops, right, that we are so passionate about farming in our communities. So that will be a beautiful event. In Dominica today, you have most of the fests or the fetes, the community fetes, being more around a jam or a band playing there, but we're trying to bring back that sort of community and family spirit in such festival, right? We have a networking and mentorship night. This one is very near and dear to Collins and myself's heart.
Yeah.
We have a lot of, like Latricia even said, we have a lot of talented people from Mon John Anniversary. We have a lot of people in very high places. We have a lot of people who are doing great things out there in the world, right? We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have engineers, we have all sorts of different people, and being able to come into that networking night and to tell your story of how you got to where you were, or to connect to the people who are starting small businesses, right? Or who would like to start a small business. Where do you start? Like trying to bring back that knowledge, which is a big key for our reunion as well. Then you have the island tour. We have a lot of different people coming in who have never been to Dominica before. By the way, in terms of our packages, people who've bought packages, so more than 50% of people who've committed to coming to the reunion next year have never been to Dominica.
Wow.
That shows you the type of product that we have. So island tour, where we can take a break from Mon John Anniversary for 4, 5, 6 hours and show people the rest of the country, right? That's important to us as well. We have a huge, and I'm not going for all of the events, I'm just giving
Right.
We have an event called Dinner en Blanc avec Creole. So dinner in white with a splash of Creole. So imagine what that event is. It's going to be an outdoor event. most likely going to be at Rosalie Bay. It's going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing event. And these are some of like the signature events. There are way more things going on as well. We have river limes, we have all types of different wellness day, oldie goldie brunch. Like I can go on of the different events that we're going to have. And in mentioning Rosalie Bay, I think one of the things that we would like to take this opportunity to do is to mention the partners that we already have on board, right? We have people like Republic Bank. From the moment we went and we presented our sponsorship prospectus to these companies, they were like, wow, they've never seen such planning and thought into different activities, and they're on board. They're sponsoring our reunion. Rosalie Bay is offering 33% off their rooms for the reunion as well. You have companies like Shop DM, who is providing financial tap to pay services for us as well, and they're allowing us to sell our tickets.
And I love this. So, I really love this, Nigel. I mean, they have done so much work already. I did not want to interrupt you, but I just had to say this. I really have to praise you all for what you have done.
It's a lot of planning. Yeah, it's a lot of planning. And like Jamal said, the mentor night, that's a special night for us, right? Because our reunion is not, like Jamal said, about CO and Jan, right? We have folks from all different walks of life coming in all different ages. So when we finish with our reunion, we want that economic activity to continue. We want people to come back and visit without a reunion. But the mentoring night, what that offers is that's going to offer people who want to start a small business or who are already doing something in the community. Help them brand their business. Show them how to be profitable. Show them, your product doesn't have to stay in River Zurich anymore. It can make it to the local supermarkets. Now we have direct flights to the United States. It can make it over there, right? If I'm coming down for the reunion right now, I want some castor oil. Where can I get that castor oil? Well, guess what? You can go on our website. You can see who in the community makes castor oil. They'll bottle 3, 4, 5 bottles, how many ever castor oils you want. It'll be there ready for you. When you come, you pick up, you go, you pay online. This is how we want to help people go to the next level with their business. I'm looking for a barber. My neighbor is a barber. People don't even know that. He probably needs to put a little sign by the road, has a WhatsApp number. I'm helping people brand themselves. And then part of the mentor night is the kids, right? So Jamal mentioned, and everybody knows, there's a lot of prominent people from River Zurich and Mount John. 2 small communities, but we are mighty, right? And a lot of promise. So we want the kids to see, hey, guess what? Curtis Matthew came from Mount John. He walked the same hallway schools like you're walking. He went to Bass and Short there to bathe, and he played cricket Montfrey Garden in Scranton. Nurse Dora was a prominent nurse in the community from years ago. Teachers and all these people work the same halls, they work for the same. So you can be like them. You can be an engineer, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer. So we'll have breakout session rooms where we're going to be mentoring the kids. And another thing too, post reunion for the kids, we live in an era where people go and study overseas, right? We want the kids to know, hey, whether you want to go England, the United States, wherever you want to go and study, trust me, there is somebody on the community that's from that area or that's living in that area. So if you need help with trying to find a college, trying to find something to study, or during college you're trying to find an internship, I'm a manager, maybe I can help you get an internship at my company. Post graduation, you're trying to get a job. We have to teach people now that the world is all about networking, and that's what the reunion itself is, a network by bringing everybody together. But we want to continue that network post-reunion for everybody, not only in River Zurich and Mount John, but for everybody. And that's why we have the DDA tours, where people will be getting exposure to the rest of the island. So we really wanted to bring a unique aspect to our reunion with the mentorship night, and not just CO activities and that sort of stuff.
There will be CO.
There will be CO. And I think, right. And there's another event, like Yvonne, I think you mentioned about how do we capture some of these memories. So we do have a folk night. We do have a folk night plan where we'll be coming and giving the same stories that we spoke about earlier on.
Okay. Yep. But you're saying that, and Nigel, guess what comes to mind? You remember we had Billy Doctrove on Connected the Dots already? Yes. And after that we had Antonelia Doctrove. Now when Billy Doctrove was on, he said that when he had to court Antonelia, he had to send a letter. He had to write a letter to Mr. Murphy.
He had to write a letter and he had to go back to get the stamp.
My goodness, those were the days, my friend. And he mentioned,
the good old days.
Yes, and when he was speaking and he mentioned Baba a while ago, I was just thinking Baba. You remember the Babas before? They had to use a scissors. My goodness, we have changed so much. I remember the Babas back in the day with their scissors, you know, and they pass it on the side, you know. Properly.
You remember back in the days too when we had River Street mentioned we had no electricity, right? Guess our parents used to iron our school clothes.
My goodness.
They used to put that iron on a coal.
Yes.
On a coal pot. You let it heat up and then guess what, man? We had the best crisps on our shirts. Well ironed.
The days of Jantor and all of that by the lampshade.
Yes.
Those were the days, my friend.
Yes, Florence Stevenson, good morning. Florence wants to say thanks to my mom and dad and brother for educating the young ones. Thanks, Latricia, as well. Dad was famous with the whip. Praise God, you learned. Of course, you said LOL, you know. So yes, Mr. Stevenson.
Yes, a lot of people on Nigel. Deborah Charles Mack is on as well, and long ago I told Deborah that I want to have her on. Deborah too has a very, very interesting story. Yeah. So we have to stick a pin by her name. She was not born here, but she's so much. Yes, she's so much a Dominican. She was not born here.
Yes, and Lawrence over there saying, "Man, you guys have me excited. I can't wait for the reunion."
Yes,
starting planning. I'm continuing my planning. Ernie Euseb Stout says, Shailene Prescott, Jamel John Baptist, Colin Coffee, and Latricia. Superb job, guys. Keep it going.
Yes. I like that team though. I just love the team.
Yes.
That's not even the full. That's not even the full team,
The team also reflects the theme, I guess, because
and Shirley is saying that's not
the full team.
Rekindling the memories.
Shirley is saying that's not even the full team.
That's
Nigel,
a fraction,
so you can imagine.
you know.
Wow, you all really brainstorm and come up with good ideas.
That's just a small.
But that's like the foundation, and then you have all of the branches and everybody that's doing their stuff.
Yes.
Within the community itself.
Yes.
Yes. And everybody couldn't come on connecting the dots, but we had to pick a few people to come on. But that's not the whole team. The whole team is on the Facebook commenting while
we're talking here.
And closer to the event itself, we'll bring you back on.
Our children need to know what was our form of recreation back then. Things like marble bowl, playing nuts. We had no internet, no lights, but we were very happy and united.
Yes.
And when electricity came our way, each of these villages had a movie house with a big old TV,
black and white,
by Mr. Leslie, and I think down in Rivers Rick, it was right near your house, Colin.
It was my brother. Todd, my brother, he had a video house. Playing the he was plenty of Kung Fu and Chuck Norris.
Yes. There's a comment there. I won't read that.
I say in itself. Let me get it. I saw it a while ago. Nigel, don't forget you Solomon Monjon woman. Nigel's making you blows them.
Yes, Julie Polito. Thank you very much.
But you're still a beautiful, intelligent, well-educated woman. Came from a strong family. So, Nigel, one thing, boy.
Yes, I come right then.
Even if I just give you pressure.
Good job, Nigel.
Nigel, did you also have to write a letter like
I know.
No, I didn't have to write a letter, but I had to go to cereal shop and do something else. Which we'll talk about another time. Hey, Mr. Murphy, wasn't easy. Nah? Each of the boys that came had to do something.
Yes, something else, Nigel. Nigel.
They had to present themselves accordingly.
Yes, something else on the live.
Anyway,
I want to say, Nigel, before we continue, yes, something on the live from Carl Kofi James. He said, I was blessed in my early musical years with the RSB band to have had experienced the fine country foods of Grand Fort and the neighboring villages. So RSB would have played in these villages back in the day.
Yes, definitely. Monjon Rivers Zurich, Ibex doesn't, we mentioned Wadikuri, but a lot of other bands.
Stormers Band was a big band back in the day.
Stormers Band, yes.
Stormers was a big band back in the day, and we've produced some remarkable musicians, guys. So you have Harry Moore, we have Marcel, who is based in Tortola, who is one of the best bass guitarists you would find. We also have Pascal. Pasco, we call him Pasco. You have Nadi, well, everybody knows.
Yep.
Nadi. Carlos, who went to school around my time, he's also a singer. You know, so we've had
you used to have a big calypso competition. I mean, it's
yes,
yeah.
Stain. He drives a bus in Kinfield now. But we used to call him Stain, and he is Tashe. He Tashe still he still sings every now and then. Morris, who is from Monjon, who also sang calypso a few years. So we had a very big calypso competition around these parts.
And we still have Prince of Peace.
Prince of Peace, yeah. We have some young guys who, and Scrunter has a son who sang calypso a couple years in Monjon Primary before he left, and everybody thought he was going to be the next greatest calypsonian after Scrunter, because he behaved just like Scrunter.
Yep.
Nice.
So, as you mentioned, I mean, mentioned all those things and the calypso and everything else. Is there any activity that's going to capture that?
Yes. So Scrunter and friends, his calypso friends, will be performing at multiple places. At the dinner, at the Callaloo and Roots. As I mentioned, the different cultural dances that we'll be having as well. So it's all about bringing back the culture. So yes, all of that will be on display. Very soon we'll have flyers going out. So I don't know if it's a good time to talk about next steps.
Yes.
We can always mention about our website, right? We have a live website, right? So
you currently have a website. What
we have a website. What is the website? MJRC, so Monjon River Zurich Reunion.com. So www.mjrcreunion.com. So here you can go on there. You can RSVP for next year. You can find out all information that you need to from the reunion. You can purchase. We have reunion packages. So what we've done is we've set up packages so that people in the diaspora can purchase packages for the different events, or their T-shirts, or the island tour, or the different things that we have during the reunion. They would pre-purchase so that we get funds to plan, right? To plan accordingly and put this stuff together. So our model, and we didn't get to talk about that, but our model is very unique, right? It's not unique to have packages, but for a reunion in Dominica, we are generating the funds early enough so that we know what to cater for, right? We're not just putting an event together and hope people come. We're putting an event together for the people that are coming. Right. So that's what we're doing. So we're encouraging people to go ahead. If you're coming next year, go ahead and purchase a package. That allows us to know how many shirts we need to get, right? How many buses we need to hire for the island tour, how many buses we need to get to pick up from the airport, right? What sort of catering we need to do. So that's a way that we're generating funds for preparing the reunion. We are seeking sponsorship from different businesses. So if you're a phone company, imagine 300 diasporans coming for a reunion. They need to connect their data, right? So think of that, right? So all of the different businesses, it's an opportunity for them to get exposed to people from the diaspora. So we have a very unique product. We are doing raffles as well. Our current raffle is on December 25th. It's for a washing machine, and it's only $5 a chance. Right. So we're doing a lot of things. Upcoming, we have our launch coming up December 6th in Rosalie Bay. So our launch will be focused on launching officially the reunion. And then we're doing a lot of other things, meeting with different stakeholders. As I said, we're trying to make it very inclusive. So we're speaking with Discover Dominica, we're speaking with the government, we're speaking with the opposition, we're speaking with everybody so that we can make it an inclusive reunion.
Wow.
And that is what's making us unique.
I love this, because you all were the young ones, you all were the troublesome ones in Monjon back in the day, going to the river, doing all of that, playing sick. Maybe some of you did not see that good time. And then you look at where you are now, very much, older folks, young people still, but you have realized the importance of solidifying the bonds, of the people, that strengthening the ties that bind you. as people from Monjon and Riviera Syriac, and you have decided to come together and put together such a wonderful program. Naturally, I even think like it's this weekend, because I just get in that vibes. I'm just feeling this.
Yes,
I really love this.
You shall come up there. Yes, you'll be part of the whole thing. You'll be there.
Ensure you come up for the Callaloo and the Roots Festival, because listen, every meat you can think of is going to be in Callaloo.
Yeah.
Not just your smoked chicken, it's going to be everything else, right? Whatever we have, we put in Callaloo, right? And because
that's your favorite part.
Yes, man. Nigel, you've never had Callaloo until you've had Callaloo with smoked maniku.
Wow.
Well, let me tell you, and Callaloo and Kakado, and remember you have the word Riviera Syriac. So Siwik, we have Siwik. So we'll have Callaloo and Siwik. You need to come for that. If nothing else, and it's the summer, so Yampe will be, bowling.
Yes.
So we'll have the roots part. So you'll have your roast dashing, you'll have your roast yampe, you will have yampe with oil. You remember pig and cooking butter?
Oh yes.
Boy.
Mellow cream.
Dio. Tell them.
Nigel, I'm just picturing Nigel, I'm picturing Connecting the Dots program with Delia Coffee Weeks and Latricia.
Oh, that's
my goodness! Wow! These are phenomenal women.
Reconnect those two there. Yes.
Not to stray away.
It's your program,
Yeah, I just wanted to say as well, like I'm when it comes to like the core committee, I am the president, but I'm also the youngest, right? So you can just imagine, right? Like the youngest person is pretty much leading the group of people who could be my parents, right?
My goodness. And they pass that baton to you to be the president.
No time there has been any contention. Like everybody just pick up the baton and just take everything and go with it. And one thing we're trying to do, we're making our reunion data driven, right? I'm in the obviously technology space, and that is what I bring to the reunion. So we know everywhere where all people are coming from, right, through our website. We know when they're coming, if they need transportation, if they need accommodation. We have all of that data, right, that we are using to plan the reunion, right? We are expecting during the reunion that every vendor that is selling during the reunion can accept a card payment. That is huge. You don't even have that in Roseau today, right? So when you come to the reunion, you can't say your cash finished. You can pull out your card and pay for whatever you have to pay for, right? Imagine buying dashing from a farmer and all you have to do is stop to pay, right? Like we're bringing something different, right? And we're using technology, using the digitization of the world and bringing all of that together. So that generation with computers and that generation who didn't raise up with computers, and you're bringing all that together to put an event like that together. And I think we've been doing amazing. The crew has been amazing. People on the ground has been amazing. And we just want to continue the spirit of talking about the reunion so that people can continue to get excited. Yes. We have about 7 to 8 months left. And I think this program, as I said, you're connecting the diaspora to the people in Dominica. This is the same thing we're trying to do. So being on this program is just an amazing opportunity to tell about what we're going to do.
And as you mentioned about the whole reconnection, what's happening in Mina, of course, Mina Archibald is saying here that the fridge we had in the mid-70s worked on a cylinder. So after Hurricane David, we had a working fridge compared to those people in Roseau who had no electricity for a while. Monjon was already way advanced. Thank you, Mina. Nelly Felix Nicholas. What about the disco at Montfrigad? Hideout Disco. Those were the days at Riviera Syriac. Linwood Disco as well. And Jose Lawrence says, okay, purchase your platinum package. And as you say in local terms, wash your foot and come. So you have different packages. You have what? Platinum, gold, silver.
We have platinum, gold, silver, and Siwo. So we have a package called a Siwo package. So if you're interested in just coming to Siwo, get the Siwo package. If you want to pay up front and then come to the reunion and be treated like a king and queen, buy the platinum package. And in the middle, obviously, if there's some things that you don't align with, there are packages that are for you. So we thought of pretty much everything when it comes to planning this reunion. So we're giving options to
everybody.
Right, that is that's what it is.
Is there anything for the kids? Any special activity for the kids?
Of course, I mean all the events will involve the kids, right? If mostly the sports day for sure. There'll be stuff for the kids. We'll also be providing free reunion T-shirts for the kids up to 12 years of age. So yes, the kids it's a kid-friendly reunion for sure. We would love for the kids to learn all the things that we did in the past. Like that is the biggest.
How about learn how to make a sec?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think
not.
right.
By the way,
I think
on
we
the live
spoke
as
about
well.
doing an exhibition, right?
Exhibition,
Where
okay.
We'll have the sec, we'll have the catapult,
display,
right?
okay.
We'll have the truck. Remember back in the
Yes.
days, you have your truck and your cars going to the shop buying your groceries, right?
If you're
And one
bobbing, we
important
used to call it
thing, 'cause-
bobbing back in the day to make the wheels.
Yeah, there is a hill by me coming down from Montregat. We used to have what we call Vepcat. And Vepcat is where you're sitting on that thing and using the pushing as your brake.
Yes.
And banana was your oil to lube the wheel. And you're coming down that hill with your Vepcat. So we want to have an exhibition with all those different things, your topi, your catapult.
Nigel, we
so
have
the
to go
younger
there.
kids can
We have to
actually
go.
see what's going on.
Nigel, we should be there. We should be there.
Yes, we have to be there.
By the way, on the
You
live,
have to.
on the live as well, let me just come in. Genevieve Cadet is saying, Latricia, do you remember Mr. Ambrose Matthew at the disco house in Mont John? But a lot of Mont John and River Street people only, Nigel.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you're
they've
checking
taken
that, you
over
know.
today. They've taken over. the-
We come out.
Yes, they
We
come
come
out.
Okay,
out.
more, but we might see.
We start the reunion already.
Yes,
That's
yes.
all.
Yeah.
Started.
That's what happens when we connect the dots very early. Hilroy Samuel, of course, says, great team. Love all the great work that's going on. I'm pretty sure Hilroy is going to be part of this, part of the activity.
Yes.
Yes, I know that Hilroy would find his way there and make sure he's part of the whole activity, you know?
Yes.
So, yeah, good morning to you. Hilroy as well. This is amazing. I love it. From Maud Lawrence. I'm getting excited already. Great job, guys. Repeat the information again on how we can get to know what's going on. So I guess they're asking for the website again, probably.
Yeah. So go to www.mjrcreunion.com.
Okay. Now, a lot of reunions, I know we've had some, other community groups and so on, and they always have an awards night or where they honor or recognize some people in the community. Is that going to be part of it as well?
100%, yes. We have a team planning on that right now. We are printing. I think we're doing some of our printing of our awards here in the US as well. So yes, that will be announced pretty soon.
Okay.
I would
All
like
right.
to
So Lucia
also
Charles, good
mention-
morning. Says congratulations to the committee and so on.
Let's
Deborah
bring on.
Charles
Go
wants
ahead,
to
Nigel.
know, is that the one you're going to read? Because she wants to know. Somebody else also asked earlier for the packages. Are they in EC or are they in US?
The packages are in US,
Okay.
but what it shows on the website is in US, and when you go to the shop DM link, it will show in EC. Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So someone in Dominica can also purchase a package, right? It
Exactly.
doesn't necessarily have to be for diasporans.
Right.
Nigel,
Right.
look, somebody
And the
giving me a
package is
hard
on
time
sale
there.
right now, 25% off.
25% off. Nigel, somebody's giving me a hard time there. Tell me to
They
speak
give
for
me
myself.
what they tell you.
I want to speak for yourself. Nigel is from Monjon. What? But let's bring in Shirley. I think you were bringing in a point a while ago,
Yes.
Shirley.
What I wanted to mention is that the reunion is a non-profit organization, and whatever profit is made during the reunion will be placed right back into the community, in the schools, the health centers, our roads, and I think that's a very important point that we need to see, so that we can see because when Jomel gave me certain information, I said, Jomel, this is very sustainable. I seen seeing a future with this. I'm seeing that we can use our group to help people, and that is what the most important part of the reunion is. After we meet, we rekindle, we enjoy, is we put back into our community, and that is what we need to do right now, is to show up and be there for all people.
course.
I also want to remind people, if you're listening, if you know someone who can come in and help to sponsor some of the activities, bring their finances to make this a reality. We encourage that still. We want you to know that we're not just doing this because we want to go and have a good time in Mont John and Rivière Zurich, but we want to be able to help our communities, revive our communities. There are roads in the communities that need fixing, and we want to help to make that a reality. You know, local lake, please, Pioka Puyandon, two others say, wash like Yoshimea. You know, we want to help to fix that. We might not be there every day, but we want to make people know that we still remember some of the things. We want to help our children in the schools. And so if you have the ability to sponsor, even if you're not going to be there, sponsor a package, take a package. That is going to help. Pay for a package for somebody. Call one of the committee members or get on our website and reach out to somebody and make a tangible contribution. We welcome all of that because we know that there are people from Mont John who've made an impact in other people's lives. You don't have to be from Mont John to make that type of contribution. So we know that the Matthews have touched the lives of many people out there. We know that there are other people in the communities, the Toussaints, the Pascals, you know, different people in Rivière Zurich, in Mont John. Nurse Nafo may have stitched your foot for you when you were a child and you fall on the on a stone. Miss Nurse Polydor may have delivered your grandchild, and you want to make a contribution. Make a contribution. Help finance the reunion for Mont John and Rivière Zurich. And whatever we make, like you've heard, goes back into the community. And that's where community empowerment is.
Yes. No boy, or you come out to or
they come well prepared first.
Thumbs up to you. Like just love the energy,
Shirley
love the
mentioned something that's really important because we actually went through the whole process of getting registered in Dominica as a non-profit for that specific reason, right? So when a sponsor sponsors us, that money is not going in the cloud or it's going to me or Jamel, it's going to the committee. We're going to have a bank account. We're in the process of opening the bank account right now, and we're a legit non-profit organization in Dominica. So there's life beyond the reunion for our community.
Yes. Wow.
So Shirley, you are the one that's like I guess on the ground in Dominica, maybe for a few other people and so on.
Yes, I'm mobilizing a team on the ground so we can.
Say that again?
I'm mobilizing a team on the ground.
Yes, yes. I was about to ask you. So, what's it like in terms of getting people, like in the community and all those from Mont John, Rivière Zurich, and Dominica? What's it like getting them excited about it, putting things together?
Yes.
What's it like for you?
Well, it has been a little bit difficult because some people have their busy schedule, but we persuaded them to come on board. And one of the first activities for getting them excited is the connecting the dots. So you all are our first real activity to get the word out there. Our second is the launching. After the launch...
But after that, you only know that we're there. Once we connect...
That's true. After our launch in December, we want to do a community walkthrough with Emo, live on Emo. And so we want to capture our tree lighting. We want to capture our young people in the out and about doing their stuff. So we are hoping that with that live, you'll have a little glimpse of Mont John and Rivière Zurich. Just a little taste for you to say, you know what, boy, that's a nice community. I'm coming up July 3rd to 11th, 2026. You must get a place to stay. Come for the, you have to come for the whole time.
Everything, yes.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking, though, as we mentioned Scrunter earlier, it would be nice if we could get a song. Is that in the plan as well?
That's already in the works. Scrunter is working on that song as we speak. Yeah.
Like, we'll have to bring Scrunter back when we yeah. I remember
he has to give my story again, but we'll bring him back. We'll bring him back as it continues.
Nigel, the book is so busy. I mean, it's
the book
today there is something.
And one of the things we always encourage our guests to do, guys, is that at the end of the program, when you get some time today, tomorrow, whatever it is, to go back and look at the comments, because we can't read all of them, but there's quite a few suggestions and lots of questions that people have been asking. So you probably can go back and look at it, and you might be able to answer them. Somebody wanted to know earlier in terms of, yes, you've given us the website, but is there like a contact phone number or is there a Facebook page or any other way we can reach you guys?
Yes. So the link, the website has the link to the Facebook page. It has our reunion committee's email address on there. There's a phone number on there as well. We can go back and respond to some of the questions in the
Yes. But are you willing to give any particular number? They can, because listen, c'est pas tout le monde qui a website ou ça, computer. Sure. Some of them is the phone and the WhatsApp and the whatever. So is there a number, a local, a forward, whatever?
WhatsApp. There's a WhatsApp number.
There's a WhatsApp number.
Okay. Yes, there's a WhatsApp on there. I can give it out. It's 318. So 1318 605 0651.
All right. 318 605 0851 or
0651.
0651. All right.
Nigel on the live as well. Nigel on the live.
Can you do that again? Jamal, can you just give that number one more time?
Yes, it's 1318 605 0651.
0651. Okay. On the live again, Nigel, Nature Isle boy Leon is saying, yes, it will be very helpful at the end. Placing it back in the community is a great initiative. It will surely show how this great effort is recognizable. So you're getting a lot of kudos there, and a lot of people are, with you on this.
Yeah.
Yes. Really.
Yeah, thanks. And one thing I think we forgot to mention, and we still have something for everybody. We also have a gospel concert.
Yes.
So that's important. And I know we're on DBS Radio, and we have a prominent person from Monjan, Mr. Curtis Matthews. So maybe next time we can take this show on the road and showcase. We're giving Curtis the first opportunity. He'll come and showcase our community with us.
Of course.
One day before the reunion.
Yes, Curtis has to be involved.
Youngster has no choice.
Yes,
he has to be part of the process.
He has to be part of the process. In fact, I was hoping that he would be on as well. But we want to invite you again closer to the event. So we'll see if we can have someone like Curtis Matthew, one or two, prominent people in the community to really share with us.
We'd love to be back. We would love to be back.
We'll invite you. We definitely will. I like the vibe. I could just stay there for another 4 hours.
I applaud you guys for what you've done so far.
Yeah, I like it.
And for continued success of it. Based on what we've been hearing this morning and some of the flyers and information that have been floating around in my house, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a great event for everybody, for the family, and for everybody else. And they can already go there and begin to get their packages, right?
Yes.
How many we have sold so far, Jamal? We've sold quite a bit.
We've sold over 50 packages already.
Deja?
We were at an average rate of 1.5 packages per day.
Nice.
So we just so as I said, everything is data driven in my head. So we're using that to learn as we go along, right? So we have engagement on our website from everywhere, from Switzerland, from Peru. I even see Peru the other day. Trinidad, obviously United States, the UK. So we have engagement from everywhere, and that is what it's about. Capturing our people, because Dominicans are everywhere, everywhere. So being able to connect with those people who are everywhere that's a one-time opportunity, and what we're going to do beyond the reunion, once we have that connection, right? You cannot always get that connection through Facebook and Instagram because everybody's not on social media. But now that we have the email addresses and the number of these people, we can come together as a diaspora community to help people in the community. Right, so that is another benefit of the reunion as well. So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. It's been amazing. You guys are our very first putting face to the project, right? So we appreciate and thank you for that opportunity. We would like to encourage, as Latricia said, like all the other people to come on board. There's a place for everybody in this reunion. Everybody can play a part in this reunion. It doesn't have to be financially. It could be to volunteer, right? Because there's going to be a lot of work needed to put some of the events together, right? So we want to say thank you. Remember the website, mjrcreunion.com. That's where everything is going to be. You can take a look after, Nigel. It's very well put together. If you would want to know where to get a Bix right now in River Zurich, you can go to the website and it will tell you. So yes, we're building as we're going. But yeah, thank you to everybody listening as well and engaging with us on Facebook. It's been great. It's been a great opportunity.
Let's hear closing remarks from the others as well. Charlene, you could go ahead.
Okay, so far, the last time we counted, we had over 100 people committed to come down for a reunion. And I can already see, I know for sure we'll have over 300. And I'm thinking of our villages, how it is now, and the impact that just the influx of people will be. And I'm just encouraging, if you want to be part of the on the ground team, to assist us, because we have to assist the people who are in the diaspora team a lot. We need people to help, and I'm just so thankful that I took the time off to be part, and I'm saying that everybody else, you can be part of that, and I'm seeing wonderful things happening from July 3rd to 11th 2026. So Mount John River Zurich is the place to be, July 3rd to 11th 2026 summer.
Let's hear from the other gentleman.
Yes, Colin.
Yes, so like Jamel said, I appreciate you all having us on board. Thank you. It's good interaction, and it was fun. It was fun. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Visit the website. For those who know about it, spread the love, spread the word, get other people involved, because I know there's still a big sector out there that probably haven't heard or been engaged. So now we have the opportunity to keep spreading the word, spreading the love. Share us the website, and the business partners that's out there. It's a relationship. It's not we're not just looking for money. We want to build a partnership with you. Host a reunion. So if we're looking for some assistance with a project, we will put half. You can put half, and we can meet somewhere. So and please, and then if anybody wants Jumal and I to spend some time just to explain the reunion to them, because they may not be familiar with stuff on the website.
Or Shielding, or Electrician.
Right. Any one of us can do that. So thank you all so much.
All right. Let's just leave you for last, eh?
Yes. Anybody say Creole?
Yes.
Anglais Creole. Both.
Well, let me say to all the persons who tuned in this morning on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on whatever medium you chose to listen this morning on DBS, we thank you for having joined us. We want to encourage you to get someone on board. If you are in Dominica, join with Shirlene. Get some work done on the ground. You don't have to be there 7 days a week, but you can make a difference just by lending your hand, giving us an hour from your week to do the work on the ground. We would really appreciate that. If you're from Mount John, join the team. Go ahead and check out the website mjrcreunion.com. You can't go wrong. Si ou ka koute mon, ou la ou paye, depuis ou se hod Mount John live this week, ou pas même ni pour hod Mount John ever live this week. Ou ni pour hod Dominic, ebe ou connaît tout moun hod Dominic. Ou ni pour descendre Dominic. Jiye li 3 pour li 11. Nous ka espérer ou parce nous ni un bon expérience ba, nous ni bon manger, nous ni bel moun, nous ni toutes différentes activités. Si vous êtes chrétien ou parlez pas en siwo, nous ni gospel ba. Si vous voulez venir pour ani manger, nous ni manger ba. Si vous voulez venir pour ani voir comment bagay te ka marcher en communauté avant, nous ni expérience ba. Nous ça dit ou compte li, nous que moto différents bagay nous te ka servi, ko vie ka ou nous te ka mettre en les wash di fait, toutes ces bites ça yo. So vini, ça c'est JL 3 pour li 11, ça c'est 2026, ou pas ça manche ça, descend Dominique, descend Mount John Ever Live this week pour Reunion 2026. Pas manche.
Yes.
Wow, nice.
Before we
Go ahead, Jamal.
And not to spoil this very good ending, but it's very important that we mention our sponsors who've come on board very early. I mentioned it before, but wanted to give that special opportunity is Republic Bank. Republic Bank believes in what we believe in for our community, and they were able to come on right away once they saw our plan. Rosalie Bay, Rosalie Eco Resort and Spa. They believed in what we got to present to them, right? We got to present to all these people, and they believed in our product and what we are trying to do for our community, and they came on board. And Shop DM as well, allowing us to use their payment system and offering payment systems to our different vendors. So not wanting to forget our partners, that's very, very important. Without them, we're not able to do this reunion. So we want more people to come on board. There's a space for everyone. So we will be sending out more sponsorship letters as well, for people to join and partner with us to make this an amazing event, not just from One January Anniversary, for the villages, Laplane, Grand Fort, Castle Bruce, Dailies, whole of Dominica. We want them to come up to One January Anniversary. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Catholic, my friends.
I free to love my Jesus.
He's probably changed that to Monjon, Riviera Cyric.
But thank you so much. I mean, I think it was since August, somebody contacted me about this. Since August, Nigel,
Yes,
I say, okay,
yes.
Let's go with this. I'm very, very, very happy. Just recently, we had a little collab with the Monjon Primary School. They did something, and Curtis Matthew, They reach out to Curtis Matthew, and Curtis Matthew helped them well. So I love these things. I love, community togetherness, strengthening the ties that bind us as a people. And I love that group. So stay like this. Let no difference in opinion or whatever, mess it up for you all. Just go with that vigor, that strength, that vitality, Yeah. We'll have you again.
Definitely.
We'll have you all again.
We will have
I want
again.
the same team. You can bring
again.
one or two other people, but I think I want the same team. Take care, all of you.
Bye.
We'll mix it up.
Thank you so much.
Mix it up.
No problem.
Generations
Okay.
united, members rekindled.
Yes.
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
blessings, guys.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nigel, we'll do it again next week, God willing.
We do it again next week, my dear.
Wow, I look forward. I enjoyed today so much. Bye-bye.
Multiple phone numbers or multiple plans, all with 0 SIM cards inside. Install your eSIM today. It takes less than a minute.